We are going to be doing a 10-team PPR super flex. That's it.
Sounds good.
I guess not tight end premium, even though I don't know. I guess it wouldn't matter too much for us. All right,
It doesn't matter.
let's go. Maybe we should have took Mayor though in that rookie. Whatever. We're diversifying a little bit, which is fine, I think. I mean, yeah. Maybe we should have took Mayor in that tight end premium rookie draft.
Over Mingo? Maybe.
Yeah, just because
It's
it's
okay
tight
though.
end premium. Yeah,
Yeah, it's okay. We'll live.
it's fine. We can maybe trade for
So
Mayor.
maybe it's possible.
You probably
Actually,
have
you
a
know what?
slow
I might
rookie
be down.
year.
I might be down for that. Now that I'm
We
thinking about it.
quality it's quality over quantity.
Yeah,
Yeah, we trade
right.
we trade some good players, but quantity,
And
and
dude,
then we
we
get
got so
one guy.
screwed with the roster cuts last time.
Yeah,
Kind
so
of.
trading,
Way.
we do need
Yeah.
to get rid of quantity, and we hop on that. The roster cuts are insane. You got to cut down to like 16 players.
Yeah,
It's
it's crazy.
extreme.
It's crazy. Okay, well, I am up on this mock draft. I'm going to talk through this real quick. Anthony Richardson would be the quote unquote consensus guy here. Most people are going for the upside of the rushing caliber and, the draft capitals there. Indianapolis Colts, decent landing spot. But Couch, here on this channel, me and you and I have been very consistent that we like Bryce Young. So that would be my second player here. Bijan and Bryce, I'm thinking they should go 1-2 in every single league. If it's super flex, rookie
I
draft.
agree. I just wanted to talk about AR as in like we totally agree with that. I mean, Bryce Young, he's a phenom. I mean, when I see him throw the ball, it doesn't make sense to me. Like how he throws, he has like this quick little motion that like you would think a short little guy would throw, yet the ball just comes off his arm like it's Josh Allen, like it's a rocket. So it just doesn't make sense, like how it does. And it's just such low effort, like a Steph Curry out there or something. He's so nasty, such a big playmaker. I think he has all the qualities you need. But
I kind of see that Steph Curry thing that you've been saying. At
yeah,
first, I didn't get it, but now I kind of see it a little bit.
Aaron Rodgers is another cool comp to Steph Curry, especially young Aaron Rodgers.
Sure.
He's running, and then you get like this crazy release, almost like a baseball throw, but it's like pinpoint accurate.
Yeah.
Whoop. He's done it with so many receivers. So
yeah, for sure.
Patrick Mahomes too a little bit, but he's more wild. He's different. But I want to urge that AR, he is super risky, but the Colts drafted him 4th overall. It could be a super dumb move and everything, but I really don't think it is. I think they're going to run a certain offense. It's going to be a one read or something like an RPO where, could be kind of, I guess, making a decision between two things, but like he's going to have one main option. He's going to have one main read, should I run it? Should I hand it off? Should I throw it? You're going to keep it stupid simple. My vision of him being good is pretty solid. I do see the path there. He's the guy that understands touch. He understands reading a defense, at least with like the one read thing, like should I throw to this guy? He's my one read. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not, what I'm saying is his decision making, I wouldn't say is a con. His throwing skills, as far as like, do I put touch on this? Should I drop it in, this and that? He can do all that. I've seen it. Accuracy is a huge issue. I think that's the huge con there.
Yep,
Insanely bad accuracy. Now, again, this is me pumping AR. I want to actually kind of try to convince you that he can be good. That's my point, even though it doesn't sound like that. So he can do all these other things. When he can throw while he runs, he can throw to the right guy. He knows how to put touch on it. I've seen him do all of this. And can he do it in a real game? That's a tough ass. That's because he couldn't in college a lot of times. So it's a tough ass. I've seen him do that. It's the accuracy though. I need this guy throwing to his location on the run. I need to see him throwing to his location in the pocket. I mean, if there's a cover two type of coverage, he needs to throw it between the safety and the corner. If it's if it's a corner on the inside, he needs to throw it on the outside. That's gonna be tough for him. I don't know if he can do that, but that's really his main con, and that's like his only con to me is that
Yeah,
accuracy. It's
I used to
huge.
think I used to think that you cannot teach accuracy. That was just kind of inherent. But then obviously we saw Josh Allen, who is just you look at the numbers. I mean, it's proven inaccuracy. It's not like one of those things where like you go in the tape and then he's throwing perfect passes to guys at Wyoming. They're just dropping the ball. Like no, this guy was wildly inaccurate. And then lo and behold, you see, oh baby, I don't know what just happened there.
No, keep talking. Don't worry, nothing happened.
Lo and behold, with Buffalo, first year okay, second year proves, third year even better, fourth year, etc., and so on, right? So you see that I guess accuracy can be taught or at least improved upon. So again, if he can do it, Anthony Richardson, that would be absolutely electric because the rushing upside is going to be there. But the rushing floor, I should say, is going to be there to give this man a very good shot at being a top 3, 5, whatever fantasy quarterback. And then if you're telling me that he can figure out the passing in the long run, now I have a stable, elite dynasty quarterback super flex asset that is the most valuable thing in this game. So I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Um,
Yeah,
Speaking of
it's
upside, though, right?
it's it's tough with him. He's super risky. I do love the upside, and they're gonna cater that whole offense to him. Like when you say the draft capital, you think he's gonna have several opportunities to fail and succeed. It's also like the whole team's gonna be dedicated to him the next few years. Like the whole offense is gonna be that type of offense. Even the backup Minshew, assuming AR starts soon, even he is like going to be in he's going to be in running that AR offense. Like they're going to suit everything towards him. I hope he succeeds, man. But yeah, as of right now, Bryce is my guy. Now, this is an accurate statement. We got Joe. I don't agree with this. I think your comparison is weird. It's like worse than my Steph Curry comparison when I'm comparing different sports. I was just talking about his release. It's like so the first thing that I think is just you just can't do is you're comparing Bryce Young to Gibbs. And that just doesn't make any sense, man. That's apples and oranges. So we're talking super flex right now. If you have a franchise quarterback, just pretty much stop there. Like that's it.
It's
You
over.
don't
Yeah,
get
you're good.
those. I've been in a super flex league without a quarterback. It's terribly bad. It's like the whole league is driving on the freeway, and you're the guy walking with like a gas can, like trying to get gas, and it has a hole in it, and like you have no money anyway. Like, so how are you gonna put gas? You're just walking alongside the freeway, and all your league mates are zooming by, driving 65. That's how it feels like. So if you can get a franchise QB, so if that is the future for the fan, and I'm not even there's a lot of better things I could say about Bryce Young, but just bare minimum, if he's the franchise quarterback, if he's the starter for the Panthers for a long time, you won. They don't come often. All right. People took Malik Willis last year. Right. That's not a franchise QB. Gibbs is amazing though. Like I don't hate it. Like I would prefer Bryce Young over Gibbs, but that's fine if you want to take it. Gibbs is an amazing running back with tons of upside. That's great. I just don't like I feel like that's not the right comparison though. Now comparing Bryce Young to AR, that's totally fair. And you're right on there. AR, the rushing upside is amazing. Now, one small thing to note, a lot of couch leagues are 6 point pass TD. I know most people don't play that, but some people do. So that evens it out just a little bit, but still, yeah, the rushing stats that absolutely crushes it. It's a huge cheat code. It's great. You can have a guy like Tim Tebow who doesn't know how to throw the ball. completes 2 passes in a game, still put up 16 fantasy points. So I totally agree with you there. If AR is starting, even if he sucks, I think Lamar Jackson for a while was even QB 10 his rookie year when he didn't know anything. He couldn't even really play quarterback. He was really rough for him when he first started out in training camp and whatnot, and he was still like QB 10. So no, I totally agree, man. I think AR is a ton of upside. I think one thing though, I'm gonna try to convince you here, Joe, is that Bryce Young's not a sack of potatoes. He does offer
Yes,
upside. I can't.
legitimate.
I really can't see how you can't see that his upside could be like Kyler Murray when Kyler Murray's healthy. Like, how is that far? I mean, they're both first round picks. I mean, it's not like you've seen Bryce Young, right? He's really good.
They're
He's
dynamic,
fast.
dual
Yeah, he doesn't
threat.
have a ton of rush yards, but like when he does run, we've seen it when we were watching that live stream. He gets the 8-10 yards and goes out of bounds quick, dude. Like it's insanely fast. He just, oh, I got a first down. You didn't even know what happened.
Yeah,
So I'm kind of hoping he doesn't get a ton of rush yards and stays healthy. You know, that's fine, but he can get some rush yards. He's a great scrambler. He's quick. So I really don't see how you can't say he doesn't have the upside of at least Kyler Murray. Like, let's just say that's his upside. With AR, sure. I mean, he could be the most athletic quarterback we've ever seen. Definitely. I mean, the upside's there. I don't disagree with you there. I just don't want you to totally dismiss Bryce Young. AR could be better than Michael Vick. He could be better than Lamar Jackson, and he could be better than Cam Newton. Upside through the roof. Don't disagree with you there. It could happen. A lot of things have
sure.
to
Yeah,
come together. It's going to be tough because the dude couldn't throw in college, but it's there. The upside's there. I agree with you on the upside. Just come a little bit more to the Bryce Young side, man. Bryce Young's not. I mean, the way this comment is like we're talking about Mac Jones or something. Like
yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like
it's
so
like
low. Like it's definitely higher with AR the upside, but Bryce Young, that kid can move around and do some things with his
eh,
arm too. You know,
yeah, he's crazy. We watch all
discount.
these. He's like doing trick plays in a real game.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like
It's
that's
magic. It
no
was just
dump.
magical.
He jukes 3 guys and then he throws a toss play and it's like what? Like oh my god, that's Steph Curry for sure. When he
Oh yeah.
dribbles, toys with the defender, and then he could do either one. He could dribble for a layup or shoot a three. He always shoot that three though, just to do it. That's Bryce Young. All
For
right.
sure.
Are you just telling me who you want and I'll pick it for
For
you?
sure. Okay, so I'm thinking between three guys here. One of them, obviously, we're playing super flex, so quarterback is definitely on the table. Receivers nowadays in Dynasty, we like to build around receivers. So definitely Jackson Smith and Jigbo. We talked about him a little bit earlier. He's a top one for me. But I'm going to go with Jameer Gibbs. Couple reasons here. Number one, I think he's the most talented player on the board. Okay. Number two, I don't like the future outlook of the running back position. So if I can get one of these elite RB1 in fantasy type of guys, I'm going to now do it 100 out of
You
100
don't think
times just
next year's
because of
RB class
availability.
is good? 24?
I do, but I think it's limited. Like there's not enough
So you
guys.
might
There's only
miss
going to be
out.
two guys.
You might miss out
I'm
on
going
it.
to miss out. Yeah, I'm fearing that I'm going to miss out for sure. Right. So I'd rather get Gibbs and not miss out. Just get one of those guys. And just bang, bang, bang. Be done with it here.
I love CJ Stroud, but I'm gonna go with JSN. I just think he's a bit underrated. And I have Stroud ranked higher just because of what I said. Like, I feel like there is that type of desperation in super flex that you do need a franchise QV. But and I think either pick is fine, but I love JSN. I don't want to miss out on him. You know what? I haven't really been drafting him or mocking him, and this is my chance. Even though this is totally
This is your
fake.
moment. I
It's a
got you.
super fake mock draft. It's like a mock of a mock. This is nonsense. I'm gonna get a piece of JSN, even though it's a fake stock in JSN. I'm buying that fake stock, mock
Gotta
stock,
get something.
mock
Better
stock.
than absolutely nothing. A little mock stock.
Yeah.
I like it. Go ahead and put CJ Stroud for
Nah,
me.
you
I
gotta,
told you last
yeah, you
time.
gotta do it.
I got yeah. Well, I said three players. 1 to 3. Quarterback, super flex. Will Levis, round 2. CJ Stroud, second overall. Big difference. Don't pass up on him, especially with a mid-round pick. I know his upside is not as high because he can't rush, but if you're telling me he's going to the 1.6, now all of a sudden it's worth it, fellas. So don't pass up.
You gotta, I
on
mean,
CJ Stroud.
I think that would be dumb to pass up on it. And there's kind of a tier break, unless you did your Michael Mayer move here, which is crazy.
Not here.
Other than that, there's like nothing. There's really no choice here. You gotta go Stroud. I got Zay Flowers ranked slightly ahead. I got Mayer ranked here. I could go Addison or Mayer. You know what? I'll just take Addison here. You know what?
Okay.
No, I can't. I'm gonna take Mayer.
I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
take it
snipe
anyway.
you.
It's all
I'm
good.
gonna snipe you. Mayer 1.07, baby. I'm doing it. Let's make it spicy too.
Okay. I'm gonna throw a little bit more spice here, and I'm just gonna go straight off my rankings. If I were in this position, okay, if I had the 1.8, the 3 quarterbacks are gone, the 2 running backs are gone, my top receiver is gone, and Michael Mayer is off the board. If I cannot trade down and I am forced to make the pick, I'm going with upside. I'm gonna go with the only dominant, in my opinion, X receiver potential in the class, and that is going to be
Rasheed
Jonathan.
Rice.
Get him out of here. Come
Oh,
on.
sorry. Oops. My wrong guest. They played a dirty
Good one.
prank on you. This guy.
This guy right there, yeah.
Yeah.
Attached to Bryce Young. If you're looking for that win now type of thing, don't do this. If you're, you can push your winning window a couple years down the road until you're looking to compete. Bryce Young, Jonathan Mingo. Sully loves it.
Yeah. So I'm hearing it's very hard to get like good ADP from websites. I'm hearing Mingo's falling the last couple weeks.
Yeah, he has for sure.
Late round 2, some drafts.
Late round 2.
Yeah. So his ADP says 13 overall.
Okay.
Oh, which is this is a 10 teamer. So it'd be right here.
Okay.
But yeah, we're seeing him go 20
Wow.
overall or later is what I'm hearing from some of my colleagues in the industry. And
Okay.
I'm like, dang, man. So like that means Rasheed Rice, Sam Laporta, both, Mayer and Kincaid, A-Chain, Zach Charbonnet, Kendre Mill. I mean, all these guys are going before him. Will Levis. It's just like, dang. So
Yeah.
just so you guys,
I see the risk.
know, it's great value.
Yeah, it's great value, but it's also, for what I'm doing, it's risky. But again, I'm just banking on the upside. I just don't really care for the upside of Addison long term or Zay Flowers long term. Let's go with some Mingo mania. Might as well. Let's do it.
I'll go with Addison here.
Okay.
We already talked about these 3 wide receivers here: Addison, Quentin Johnson, and Zay Flowers quite a bit. And we talked about JSN and Mingo as well quite a bit on this show. I'll go Addison. I think he's the best option right now. They'll be good on the Vikings right now.
Sure. Now you asked me in one of the earlier segments if I were to put a number, no ifs, ands, or buts, on where I would pick Dalton Kincaid.
Fair spot for him.
Man. Fair spot. I told you 11. I said 11 because I calculated that I would want Mayer, those quarterbacks, the running backs, of course, Mingo, Addison, and Zay Flowers. So I'm going to take Zay Flowers here. And if you were to give me the next pick, I would have taken Kincaid at that spot, not here, because I believe everyone on the board who got drafted should be taken, in my opinion, ahead of Dalton Kincaid.
Zay Flowers, then right after him, you would have Kincaid.
Yeah.
Yep. I have Zay ranked pretty high.
He's exciting. I know Brett Coleman. He's a film guy on YouTube. He loves what Zay Flowers brings to the table. New offensive coordinator, should be a more passing focused. I'm not going to say pass heavy because it's definitely still be a running offense, but a little bit more pass focused, maybe tight end centric a little bit type of offense. But he got some receivers there. upgraded weapons around Lamar Jackson, who is hoping to take another step forward with his long-term contract, hoping to take a step forward as a passer too. So a lot of stuff to look forward to with Zay Flowers. Sure enough, there goes
at 11. He went 12 in the draft we just did earlier, which was late. So 11 still seems kind of late. He's going like 10, huh? Typically.
Yeah, 10, 11 in there. Not even 11. He's going exactly 10, actually.
Like 10, yeah, 10. Yeah. Our leagues are a little freaky, a little frisky. That's why.
A little bit of spice,
a little frisky, yeah.
No,
not this. Oh, this is you. Not this guy, though, huh?
Okay, so I'm glad I have this pick and in this range. So this one is completely, and I'm gonna kind of explain to you how I would do this in a league. This is a completely situational pick for me, depending on my roster. Okay, if I'm in a spot where I need a running back cornerstone, but I'm not competing at all, I'm probably going to go with Roschon Johnson because I'm thinking, okay, this year will be a committee. Deontay Foreman is going to be out of gas by next season, only a 1-year deal. So I can kind of play for next season, get a guy like Roschon Johnson. If I am win now and I have a guy like Alvin Kamara on my team, I probably want to think about Kendre Miller. Seriously, want to do it because, he's going to get suspended. This is a guy who's going to give me points immediately. If Kamara were to get suspended, Kendre Miller, there's really no other talented kind of threat in that backfield to Kendre Miller. So it'll be a very, fitting spot. But what I'm going to do for this league, because I also like him the most and think he's the most exciting, is I'm going to treat this, I guess, like how I would do a best ball, right? Obviously, I know the mock we're doing is not a best ball, but for best ball, Devon Achane would be the best pick because, again, you get those boom weeks, you get those bust weeks. And if we're just looking at, this type of mock draft, I think I'm going to go with Devon Achane because we are talking blank slate. I like the upside. I like the kid. One of my the RB coach who works at the same team that I work for. He went to Texas A&M and played for the Aggies. So a little bit of I don't know what the word for it is there. A little bias maybe towards Achane. So I'm going to go with him. He's an exciting player. We talked about Dalvin Cook earlier. I'll say this right now, Couch. If Dalvin Cook goes to Miami, Achane's value in my mind does not change at all. This guy is still going to be a limited carry, super high efficiency type of guy who, for best ball, you're hoping that you can just take one of those carries to the house for 75 yards, get you that 15, 20-point game in one touch of the football. So I'm going to go with Devon Achane there. And you are up next, sir.
I'd say his value takes a slight hit if Dalvin Cook gets there, but I'm excited about that. That means that other people will be scared pussycats and take him way later. That means I'm going to get insane value. I think he takes just a little bit of a hit. And now Dalvin Cook, I mean, he can easily get injured too. That's always on the table. I'm not relying on that. I'm going to get Achane. I'm going to get Achane and Mingo right here.
Oh, baby.
Dalvin Cook gets
that'll be a draft.
Insane value.
Woo!
Insane.
That'd be crazy.
Nice. Let's do.
No, I did want to say that I did leave Charbonnet off that list. It's only between, for me at that range, Roschon, Kendre, and Devon Achane because I don't see enough upside with Charbonnet. And even if I have Ken Walker, I don't think I want Charbonnet, honestly. I don't think I want to do that type of wasted. It's an expensive handcuff, right? Like if I'm going to try to handcuff Saquon Barkley, I'd rather go for Eric Gray at round 3.
Well, it's a little bit disrespectful calling him a handcuff. He's not going to be just a handcuff. No, Sharp. You're talking about Sharp as a handcuff, I don't know. Right? If you have Ken Walker, you just called him a handcuff, right?
Yeah, I think
a little bit disrespectful.
Like a handcuff plus.
I'm going to come out with my hit single one day. It's called More Than a Handcuff.
All right, fine. He's a little bit more than a handcuff. Fine. Maybe I'm being
more than a side piece. like I'm a
little
more. I'm not a wife, but I'm not a side piece either. A little more than a handcuff, bro. That's the story. And it's like, yeah.
You're right. You're right. I'll take that back. He's not just a handcuff. You're absolutely right.
But I get what you mean. You got Seahawks running backs. Like that's a great way to come in 4th place in your league. Like congratulations.
Exactly.
What did you accomplish? Like and I'm oversimplifying it, but it's not ideal. Everyone, even the sharpshooters they don't like it. They
Yeah,
don't like it. Yeah.
true.
I don't like it. Well, actually, Solly, in a best ball, that's actually terrible in a tournament. That's actually, you don't never want to do that in a tournament. In a regular best, if you're playing best ball with just a group of guys, like one normal league, that's fine. If you're playing the tournament, like you're trying to go for the $1 million or any big money, you'd like never want to do that to pick both of them because you're
Kills
limiting your
upside.
upside. Yeah, and that's literally the only way to win a tournament is max upside. That's fine though. If you like, if it was like just the 10 of us doing, and this is best ball format, that's a great strategy, I think. Just want to make that clear. So
Charbonnet? Okay.
yeah, normal
Okay.
12 team. Yeah, normal 12 teams. No, I'm not. I didn't just say that. It's between Charv, Will Levis. Oh, I just threw up in my mouth. Kendre Miller and Roshan.
Okay.
Kendre Miller and Roshan. I'm gonna flip this. This is Kendre Miller. This is Roshan. Let's see.
Yo, pick Roshan so I can hear you talk about him.
Roshan. It's Roshan, baby.
Yeah, there you go. Fate had it.
Well, I
Nice.
mean, I rank him super high. I talked about him a lot. He's my RB3 before the NFL draft happened. I mean, he's got everything, man. What do you want in him? The only bad
I
thing.
thought you were crazy high on him. And then I saw some other guys have him at RB2. So please explain to
Yeah.
me what you were seeing, because you saw something here.
Well, it's all pros. There's nothing bad. The only con with him is that he was a backup. Like that's all people. That's all the dirt they have on him. He doesn't have super elite speed, but no one's saying he lacks speed. That's the thing. Like, where's the like? I talked about him like on several podcasts and on my ranking show. So I was like, I don't want to repeat the same things like a million times, but like, come with the cons. Tell me what are the cons. Like, no one's ever told me the cons. They pigeonhole him as a power back. Okay, we know that's not true. It's just not. I've seen him run on the outside. I've seen him catch. I've seen his speed's not that bad. He's got great balance. He can run in between the tackles, run on the outside. He's fresh. I mean, that's a pro. If you're going to say he's a backup, I'm going to, look at you're looking at how half cup empty. I'm looking at half cup full and be like, oh, that means he's fresh, like Josh Jacobs, more fresh than Josh Jacobs coming out of college. So he can do everything. No one's really coming out with the cons to me. No one's ever said anything bad like, oh, he can't catch. I mean, no one said it because he can. Like, there's literally no cons out there. He was a backup to who? Like the next Hall of Fame running back? Like, that's it. That's all we got.
Yeah.
The next greatest running back of all time. I mean, I'll take it.
Very interesting.
Every
I
time.
like it. I like
and then you got the landing spot. You're a Bears fan. So landing spot, not bad at all. Pretty good landing spot. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Khalil Herbert can't block. Roshan can pass, bro. Dante Foreman's 27 going on 37. 1-year contract.
One more thing about Roshan. I have heard some NFL experts, analysts, people who know the game. They do say Roshan would enter the NFL as like a top 5 running back just as far as pass pro. So he is for sure playing on
the field. Getting on the field.
He's getting on the field.
So important for young running backs, and that's a direct path to get on the field right there. Boom. Yeah. That's great. Oh, I love that. I mean, that's a huge plus. I mean, it's not something I look at a ton. I just kind of read articles like can he pass pro, or like it's more alarming. Like what I'm usually looking for is like, can this guy suck at pass protection? Like that's going to be an issue. So I'll be like, oh man, like he might be one of those guys who can take it to the house, but he's not going to get on the field much. Like, oh, right. I'm scared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it helps for that 3-down type of workload. There's so few of those guys in the league. You can get anyone who has
he can do, and Roshan, he can potentially be a workhorse. So for you here, who do we have? Sharp, Kendre Miller.
I'm gonna go with Kendre Miller. I was between A-Chain, Roshan, and then him. He was the last guy who fell. If I have Alvin Kamara, this would be a home run pick again with that suspension. even if I don't have Alvin Kamara, we talked about with Roshan, one of those guys who like, hey, maybe not win this year, but win next year. Kendre Miller could be in a spot where if I'm competing in the 2024 or the season after that, maybe he's a potential guy who could be a cornerstone starting roster spot. And I'm paying a round 2 guy for a starting RB potentially. Not bad. Not bad at all.
I did tell you I want this podcast not to be long, but we're already past that. I mean,
we're in the 2 hours. We're approaching.
Yeah, that's long gone. Remember I showed you Matthew Berry's Quentin Johnston?
Yeah, how can I forget that one?
Wow, that was something, huh? Like, that was a gem, a bad gem, an ugly gem.
Yeah.
Carbic zirconium gem, a fugazi. But it was something. It was something. It was big. It was big. It had a lot of weight to it. But
that's your setup, huh? Okay.
No. I'm just. He interviewed a bunch of. Still, I want you to watch the Kendre Miller one. This is a good one. This is
okay.
Yeah. So it's to pump up Kendre Miller. It's a positive for him. Now Kendre Miller, if you guys haven't heard him talk, he's very cocky. He's got a I don't want to say attitude. He's got a bit of a. He's kind of a jerk. Kind of cocky. I like it though. Not anything, not over cocky, not like, oh, I'm a Hall of Famer. Not that type of cocky, but he's just very confident. He's like, bro, give me the ball. I'm gonna tear it up, and I know it 100%. That's the type of cocky, and I kind of like that. I think it's fine. I mean, he's hungry. I like that, and he really wants to showcase his skills. So just watch this. I think this is a really cool clip, and may have even caused me to like Kendre Miller just a little bit more after watching, and I've heard him talk on a lot of other places too. Let me cue this up. Give me a second, guys. I got to turn on the sound. That's why.
Sure. While you queued up, I'm going to say real quick. If I told you, hey, Couch, you have the opportunity to play the single position in football that you get killed at the most, and it pays you the least, would you do it? Who would say yes, right? That's what running backs do. So you got to be wired a little bit differently. So when you're telling me a guy is wired like one way that people won't like, well, I'm going to say, hey, man, for this type of position, you got to be not a weirdo, but you got to be wired a little bit. You got to think a little.
You're going to see a brick wall, and for some reason in your head, you be like, I'm going to run really fast through that brick wall. Yeah. That's a running back. So, yeah, it's different. It's very odd to see that in a quarterback. That's one of the reasons why the Niners didn't draft Aaron Rodgers. He was wearing sunglasses, and he looked cocky. That's it.
Yeah, too much hair gel.
Cash would take any role that. Well, Cash, you might turn into dust when you get hit, though. That was always my concern. Like, I'd turn into a bunch of floating sand particles if I got hit. So, that's why.
Like literal dust. Okay.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, it wouldn't be good. You'd be trying to pick me up, and just be a bunch of sand just going through your fingers. I wouldn't be there anymore. All right, here's the clip of Kendre Miller. Let me know if you got sound. Give me a thumbs up.
But I don't think people appreciate you're a pretty good pass catcher as well. And obviously the Saints have one of the most versatile running backs in the NFL in Alvin Kamara. Have they talked to you at all about in terms of trying to use your versatility?
Yeah. So every day I catch on the tennis ball machine, and they were very impressed. I was like, man, like you got natural hands, and like. In our system at TCU, I wasn't asked to, catch the ball a whole lot. I mean, we had dominant receivers, and Max, he can run, so we weren't asked to catch a whole lot. So a lot of people don't see the catching ability, but it's definitely on film at times when the ball's thrown to me. So yeah, I'm ready to show everybody.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's interesting. So they give us these bios, for all the players, because I'm interviewing 40 people today, and so under your bio, they have like fun facts or whatever. And it says Kendre Miller's favorite player growing up was Jerry Rice.
Whatever. That part suck. You'd think it'd be interesting.
I've heard enough.
Yeah. So natural hands. Natural hands.
And I'll tell you what he sounds like, Couch. He sounds like one of the best football players on this team. That's how they talk. Like they talk different. They talk like, yeah, I can do this. Like put the ball in my hand. Like you were saying, put the ball in my hands. I'll tear it up. Like he definitely has that demeanor to him.
Yeah.
And he talks like he's been one of the best guys on his football team. So, like you were saying, makes me more excited about him for sure.
Don't know about his route running, but I do believe he has natural hands. I actually looked at the stats.
Okay.
Not bad. He got some receptions, and so hey, that's another plus. So
He wasn't supposed to be a starter, and he was forced to because he earned it. Honestly, that's another thing.
he's hungry. I like.
He's
it.
hungry. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's
like
that was you who picked Kendrick Miller. That's a great pick. I think Kendrick Miller, 14th overall. I guess I'm gonna. It's between Charb and Will Levis for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Charb.
Are we going running back position wise, or like what's the reasoning here?
Overall? Well, that's it, just the best. Yeah, just blind. I'm just kind of picking kind of blindly. I mean, if I'm going by team 5, I did pick JSN before.
Sure.
But I don't know the team, just kind of blind. We're kind of just in a way just doing kind of rankings in a way, a little bit loose rankings, just to have a visual up. But Charb, and I didn't get him in the rookie draft we just did. Now's my time to do right and get Charb.
Cool. So this would normally be the range where I would start sending out offers for Tucker Craft.
Oh,
but
God, don't do it again.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Don't worry. As much as I don't like this guy, I've been talking pretty much down on him the whole time. There is a little bit of a process that I don't want to say I believe in, but I do think it does have some merit to it, and that is picking the round 1 wide receiver. So I'm going to go ahead and follow that, and I don't like it, but if you're telling me I'm getting Quentin Johnson at the 2.6, which is what, 16th overall, 15th overall?
16th overall.
I'm okay with it.
This will never happen, by the way.
It'll never happen, yeah. But you know what? This is it. Everyone's got a price. That's my price.
So not Will Levis, huh? Not the future franchise quarterback of the Titans?
I'll take a shot on a guy who could be the wide receiver for Justin Herbert.
He's a good yak guy too. He's gonna get plenty of opportunities. Okay.
I would think so, yeah. I would think so.
Okay.
Yeah, that process is all about finding a receiver who has an opportunity to get an opportunity. So that's why they like the first round status there and so on. Now it gets a little bit kind of wild, right? Because now the running backs that we like are kind of gone. The receivers are thinning out.
It's between Will Levis, maybe Laporta. I have Laporta lower though, and Josh Downs. So Levis, Laporta, and Josh Downs. And I'm going to take a jar of used mayonnaise right now and dump it all in my coffee. I think this is a good value for Will Levis. He doesn't suck. Let's remember that. He's falling because he's having tough times at OTAs. We don't want to overreact to that. I am terrified. He's more of a no than a yes to me. But we're talking 17th overall. Like, where's the right? You said you just drafted your most hated guy right now, QJ.
This is the spot for it. Yeah.
When am I not like? When am I gonna take? He was invited to the green room. Like, when am I gonna take this guy in Superflex? I'm like round 3. That's insane. Like let's be.
We're not doing that.
Reality. I mean, we're approaching. Once we're approaching late round 2, I think you got to take him there. So. I'm taking Will Levis.
As much as I hate the prospect, I completely agree with the reasoning. I mean, this is super flex. So even if he's a starting quarterback, I mean, you still got yourself very decent value for it.
I posted a tweet a few days ago, or was it on my video? And it was on my video. It was on my rankings video, and I was like, "Look, guys. I mean, I think I tweeted it as well. I was like, "Look, guys." Will Levis is almost impossible for me to scout. But I compared him to when I had to scout Daniel Jones and Jordan Love, a guy with not a lot of teammates. They both can run. They all can run too. It's like like it's very similar. So not the biggest school, like what Kentucky. I forget Jordan Love's. And then Daniel Jones was Duke. You know, like they're big schools, but not like
not football schools. I got you.
Yeah, not football schools. So it's like, and they didn't have the best receivers, and there's a lot of hate or a lot of mixed opinions about. I mean, a lot of people laughing at the Daniel Jones, like, give this guy a shot, like he's not that bad. Like Jordan Love, I loved a lot. I loved him as a prospect. Then I was his number one hater, and now I think I'm back to loving him. Or at least I'm lukewarm on him now. Like, so hey, I got emotions too. I'm going up and down, but I like Jordan Love coming out of college. He kind of sucked at first, and I like Daniel Jones, and I think Will Levis was okay. I'm more scared about Will Levis though, because the guy is just super careless with the football. He's just so wild. Like I mean, is he Paxton Lynch? Is he Taysom Hill?
Oh God!
Or is this guy just
Paxton
gonna
Lynch.
just be like just amazing, like super strong, super athletic, super fearless, and just be a huge playmaker? Like, just imagine Daniel Jones, but with a lot of muscle.
No, that's what it is. Seriously, that's what it is, though.
Oh, I hope. I
know
mean,
you're trying to sound funny,
Daniel
but that's
Jones
just
is
what
good,
it is.
though.
It could work
it's
like
not.
that.
He might be way worse. He might be a bust.
Also
Daniel
true.
Jones is not a
For
bust.
sure.
That's what I mean. Like, if I'm getting Daniel Jones with bigger biceps, I'll take that. But I don't know if I'm getting that.
That's the whole thing.
I mean,
But
he's
price, 2.7.
He's risky. He's super risky.
Yeah. I will take the other guy that you were. I'll read this comment in a second. I'll take the other guy that you were going to take, Joshua Downs. I think if you remember before the draft, I was really excited about Josh Downs. I was saying that he's a slot-only receiver, so the upside is limited. But I remember telling you, I think I was comparing him to like the Millennium Falcon of the Star Wars franchise, and how he just has that just kind of quick stop and go acceleration, just kind of enters hyperspace mode in the open space. Really excited about Josh Downs. Landing spot, I think the world likes the landing spot more than I do, just because I for sure see him limited with, one, Michael Pittman being the primary there, and then two, we talked about Anthony Richardson as the thrower of the football. It's not the best.
It's not a passing team. It's not going to be the 5,000 yard Peyton Manning show there. Like,
exactly. AR, JT, AR. That's gonna be the focal point with Pittman, and then a little bit of Josh Downs. But I still like it.
One point I ran with Josh Downs, or 2 quick points. One, he's small, he's a slot, but he's tough. He plays big, great contested catcher when that means touchdowns. So he's a slot that can actually catch those the tough touchdowns. He can actually get touchdowns. He plays much bigger than he is. And then on top of that, we have no tight end room there. We have 3 guys that don't amount to one. One guy's name is Cox, one guy's name is Woods, and the other guy's name is Granson, who might not even be on the team. Granson, Woods, and Cox. All right, like that's it. There's nothing there. I think there's probably another tight end. Sorry, I probably forgot who he was. Probably another tight end, but yeah, who cares? Well, yeah, maybe, don't waste time looking his name up, because who cares? There's no tight end room there. So, Josh Downs and Michael Pittman are the tight ends. They're the best catching tight ends.
They're the entire
receivers and the tight ends. Oh, you got Alec Pierce there too, but like, I mean, that's a plus. Yeah, not the best landing spot. Yeah, it is what it is. Here I have no idea who to draft. I'll just make a pick. So we got Jaden Reed, and do
you not like Marvin Mims?
I'm not on the Marvin Mims hype. It's a great value for him here. Yeah, we do think Russell Wilson will turn things around. If we do, that's going to be a great deep ball. Like that could be great. Cortland Sutton future is very shaky. We have no idea what's happening with him. But I think I'm going to go Sam Laporta. I did just draft Addison if I'm team 9, I guess. So I'm going to get Sam Laporta here. Marvin Mims, you'll probably take him at the next pick. So you'll look cool.
I'll take Mims. I'll take Mims right now.
You'll look cool taking him here. 20 overall. That's great.